Today I have a haul video for you. It's a little bit different than my normal videos because usually I'm only showing you home decor pieces because that's what I like to sell as a reseller. But I also picked up some jewelry items and some clothing for me because, hello, I'm getting ready to rejoin society. I need some new items in my wardrobe, and so I definitely did some shopping at my local Goodwills this week. So most of these pieces were picked up from Goodwill. I have not had good luck on Facebook Marketplace this past week, which is really bumming me out because I love scoring stuff on Facebook Marketplace. The prices are usually really good and you can find some really cool pieces that you can't find in the thrift store because they get picked up really quickly. So first I'm gonna take you shopping with me, and then I'm gonna bring everything home and show you what I got and let you know what I'm gonna keep and what I'm gonna sell in my Etsy shop. So without further ado, let's get thrifting. Back home, and I can't wait to show you all the cool things that I got this week. One thing you may have noticed, maybe in the intro video, is that my camera and the video quality is a lot better. That's because I got a brand new camera and I'm actually using it for the first time, so fingers crossed it looks good. The only trouble is it has a flip screen and I can see myself, and it's really hard not to watch myself as I'm filming. So I apologize if you see my eyes drift as I get used to making sure that I'm focusing on you guys. The other cool thing is I actually have this ability to do close-ups now. I know a few of you were like, Andy, you're really far away and we can't even see like the cool texturing you're talking about. And I apologize, but I was filming on my phone and I could not zoom in without the quality being terrible. So new camera, new features, can't wait to show you. Okay, so the first item I got is this really cute brass horse. And it actually looks a lot like in terms of the shape and the silhouette, the Dala horses that are usually like an orange tone. I want to say they're from Sweden. I will verify that in post-production and let you know on the screen. But I actually collect a couple of these. They're actually kind of hard to find, and they're also expensive, surprisingly, for being just these like small hand-painted horses. But yeah, I saw this. I was like, I have to pick you up. It was only $2.99, which I thought was a really good deal. I'm not finding as much brass animals lately at the thrift store because people are just like picking them up and collecting them. So I was really pleased to actually find one that kind of would go with an existing collection. So I probably am going to keep this if it looks cute with my other ones, but I'm not sure yet. So TBD, but yeah, I just thought this was absolutely adorable. The next item I found is one of 3 teak pieces that I actually found this week, which is kind of weird because usually I don't find multiples of the same like material or item. And this past week, I have found multiple teak items and then multiple Russian nesting dolls. And I will get to those in a little bit, but if you follow me on Instagram, which I highly recommend you do, you'll probably have seen those Russian nesting dolls because they are so cool. So anyways, First item of Teak is this really cool trivet, and I'll zoom in on that. But the color and pattern were beautiful. It has these like little nubbins to make it like sit up. And these type of things, they're trivet so you can put, you know, like when you're cooking and stuff, something on it. But it's also really great for plant stands and stuff, because sometimes you want to elevate a plant a little bit more than another plant next to it, especially if you have a collection of plants. It's kind of help to have different levels. So this piece, it was only $2.99, and I just thought it was just adorable, so had to pick it up. I used to have a circular one. I'm not sure where it went, so I'm gonna try to find it and see if I can reunite them as a collection. So the next Teak item that I found is this really adorable Teak box. So it's actually kind of small and delicate, just like enough room in order to put a few like goodies in, or actually it's kind of like the perfect like size for a smudging stick. So if you're like into saging your home because of the bad vibes, I think we all could actually be doing this because we're like coming out of the pandemic. So maybe we should all be saging. This will be your sage box. So this I will probably sell, which is hard for me because I've always had a thing for little boxes, especially like as a little girl. I used to love collecting boxes. But this one has like the really cool brass inlay right here. The pattern, the color is just beautiful and rich. But yeah, I could not pick up this piece. I thought it was really neat. It has the purple felting inside. So that's one thing to keep in mind is the felt color when you're looking at items. Vintage items usually have more colorful felt colors. I'm talking like red burgundy, green, purple like this. More modern stuff tends to have like black felt colors. So that's kind of one of the ways you can kind of date a piece is based on the felt color that it may have inside or on the bottom to kind of keep it safe. Okay, so the next and final Teak item is really incredible. When I saw this on the shelf, and actually you saw it too in the thrifting video, but at least you'll get to see it close up now. I was like, my mind was blown. I have found these like collapsible baskets before, but nothing with this much intricate detail. So let me show you. So here it is. So this is what it looks like when it's flat. So really, really cool. And then you lift the lid. Oh, God, it's hard to do when you're not on a flat surface. And it looks like this. So I was just like, this is absolutely amazing. Like the color, the detail, the handle. There's even like detailing around the edging here, which I thought was just crazy. There's so much work went into this piece that I was amazed. I'm not sure what people do with these. I'm assuming you would just entertain with them and put small items in, or use it as a catch-all. Although it's just so pretty, I'd be like terrified to put keys in it. Like, no, don't do that. But I got this for, if you can believe it, $6.99 at my thrift store near me. And I have never come across like one like this. I actually was looking on Etsy because it was like, have other people? And I did not find one exactly like this. I found a few that were a little bit smaller, and some that kind of had this like, I guess it's like a paisley shape. I guess that's what you would call it. If you guys can tell me, I think it's more like a paisley shape, but nothing quite like this one. So this one will be available in my Etsy shop just because something like this, I feel like my toddler would destroy. So it has to go to a nice, safe home. So yeah, so this is coming to my Etsy shop soon. Okay, so the next item is a basket, of course, because you know me, I can't pass up a really cool basket. And I really thought this one was neat because it has like the different types of woven. So it has like a more rough, thicker woven piece here, a tighter woven piece here, and then it also has this really cool wood base, and the color tones were really cool. So kind of what the inside of it looks like. But yeah, I thought this was great because it's elevated. So this goes back to if you have plants in a grouping, it's kind of nice to put them, like I had mentioned, you know, different heights, because otherwise everything's like kind of flat. It's nice to have, it just gives it that more dimensional look. So this is like inherently taller because obviously it has the wood base. So this item, I have so many plant baskets and stuff for plants. So this item will definitely be in my Etsy shop. I can't remember how much I paid. I want to say $3.99. Most of the baskets I find out are definitely like below $10. But this one, yeah, I saw this, I was like, this is really cool. It's going to look awesome on someone's shelf with their plants. Okay, moving right along, the next item I have for you is a piece of pottery. Surprise, surprise. I know I pick up a lot of pottery. This one I thought was really cool because it has like the two-tone. It has this lovely shiny gray-blue glaze, and then it has the like really rough terracotta. It's a handmade piece, and then you kind of see like what the shape is. So it's a handmade piece of jug. It also is like artist signed on the bottom. So I just thought this was beautiful. I love like the really like deep terracotta red tone to it combined with the blue. I thought it was like a really interesting like combination of colors that are super popular right now. The desert tones, which are really hot, as you know, and then also the blues are really hot right now. So it's kind of like a nice combination of both. So this would look amazing styled on a shelf, especially in a kitchen. Or actually you could even use it if you wanted to not use it for its purpose, which is like, you know, a jug or a pitcher. You can actually put like utensils and stuff in it. So thought this was very cool. Couldn't pass it up. I think I paid up for this a little bit. I think it was like $10, which is more than what I would usually spend. But like I said, it was just such a beautiful piece and the colors were just right. So I had to get it. But this will be in my Etsy shop if I haven't already said that. This will be available in my Etsy shop. Okay, so the next piece is something I don't always pick up, which is glassware. I've actually had a lot of success selling glassware, but I'm always a little nervous to pick it up because of the way that it could break in transit, so I don't always pick it up. But when I saw this, which I guess is like for sweets, maybe like candies, it's kind of too big for like sugar and stuff. But when I saw this, I was like, yes, this is absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at the colors on this. It reminds me of like the Wizard of Oz. Anyone else? Does this remind you of like the Emerald City? Maybe it's just me. But I thought it was really pretty. So this is like a nice like hexagonal shape with the matching lid. And the color is just so stunning. So I haven't decided. I probably am going to list this, but I also really love the color. But I don't know. So TBD if I list it or I keep it. But yeah, this was only $6.99, which I thought was a great deal because colored glass is so popular right now and people are picking it up in droves. So it actually can be harder to find at the thrift stores now because people are looking for it. I feel like colored glass and then brass candlesticks are like the two things you used to see everywhere. And now it's like if you find them, you are blessed by the thrift gods because they are so popular. So not sure if I'm selling it yet, but yeah, one more look at the color. I just cannot get over this awesome emerald color. Love it. So the next two things you're gonna see, you probably saw on Instagram if you follow me, because they are my Russian nesting dolls that I found this week. So I never find Russian nesting dolls at the thrift store, like never. And this week I have found 3 sets. Now I only bought 2 because the third set, sadly, was terrible. It was missing one of the like the tops, and then also for some reason that the bases didn't fit on right, so it didn't actually nest, which is like defeats the purpose of a nesting doll. It's supposed to nest. So passed on that, but I was so excited to find these in these like bright colors because I don't like it when they're so vibrant that they look new. I like them to have a little bit of patina, but I also don't want them to lose too much of their color. So I was really excited. And these also don't match the ones that I already have collected previously. So I have got some as a gift. And then I did find one set years ago at the thrift store. And then fast forward like 3 years and I finally have found some more. But these actually go down to 5 little people each, which was exciting. I don't know if you like, I don't know how much you like nesting dolls. So I apologize if I'm talking about them too much, but when I see them, I'm always like, how far down, how small do they go? So I kind of like to predict it and see if I'm right. So yes, these ones went down 5 each, which I thought was really cool. My best set goes down to 11, and the one that I have is like so small. Actually, I'll take a picture of it. It's like this big. It's so petite. Like how I have not lost it is a miracle, especially having a toddler in my home. He is not allowed to touch them. I call them the ladies. So he can look at the ladies, but he cannot touch the ladies. So anyway, so these are not going to be coming to my Etsy shop. I'm sorry, because I'm still building out my collection, but if I find any more, I'll probably be listing them. So the next 3 items I'm going to show you are jewelry items, which are the 3 pieces I'm really excited about that I thrifted this week. I love jewelry. Accessorizing is my thing. That's one of the hardest things about being in the pandemic was I did not really wear my earrings or my rings or bracelets or necklaces or anything, which is so not like me. But when you live in leggings, you kind of feel weird, like really bedazzling yourself out, especially around the house. So I haven't. So I'm excited about that part of like getting out there again, is to be able to like wear all my fun jewelry pieces. So been on the lookout for gold chains. If you've watched my previous videos, you know this because I have been picking them up like rapid fire. And this week was no exception. So what I love about this gold jewelry trend is the layering. Like I mentioned, I love wearing multiple pieces of jewelry. So layering several gold necklaces really resonates with me. That's exactly how I would want to do it. The challenge is to find necklaces that have varying lengths, and then also I have like different like textures and weaving and thicknesses. It's gonna be hard to find that, especially at the thrift store. This one thing about thrifting is usually you can't go there with something in mind that you want. You just have to let the universe and the thrift gods show you the item that you want. Otherwise, you may be disappointed because, you're kind of like hoping something will be there. But this week, I was not really planning to pick up any more gold jewelry because I had picked up a few pieces recently, but I happened to go to a Goodwill boutique, which is a Goodwill that's even more pricey than the normal Goodwill. I don't know about your Goodwill, but my Goodwill out here is really pricey. And so going to a boutique Goodwill is like the same stuff, but even pricier. However, the jewelry there was actually pretty reasonable. So each of these necklaces that I got were actually $14.99, which I thought was a really good deal. So I was really excited to get this one, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to show you that well enough. There we go. It's almost like a snake skin, and I apologize, I'm like using my new camera, and also now you're seeing my ring. It's like a snakeskin type of necklace, and I thought that was like really cool because it's extra delicate without being just like a delicate chain, and it also is like low. It's not super long, and so it kind of is like more of like a mid-range, I guess, for lack of a better term. So if I have something a little bit shorter, like a choker, then this kind of like would go below that. So I was really excited to pick this up, especially since it kind of has that like snake vibe. So I thought that was really cool. And then I also got this one here, so you can kind of see it, just like your normal chain, but it has like this type of clasp. So the way you wear this is you actually wear it with the clasp in front rather than the clasp in the back. Now this, I was looking it up, but I was just like, JNY, what is that? It's like, hello, Jones, New York. So if you're like someone who was alive and old enough in like the 90s, Jones, New York was like, that was like one of the brands. Kind of like DKNY. Anyway, so I was looking at it, I was like, oh, Jones, New York. I haven't thought about that brand. I don't even know, does it still exist? Anyways, so I probably will be removing like this little emblem here because it kind of would look kind of weird if I want to wear it with like the way that they suggest, or like the way you're supposed to wear this trend, which is having the clasp down below. So I'll probably remove that piece of it. But I was like really, and also like the 2 gold tones like look really close together. That's the other thing that's kind of challenging, is making sure you're having the gold tones that match, especially if you're doing like costume jewelry, which is not necessarily gold, like real gold. So it doesn't age the same as like actual jewelry, like precious metals and things. So that can be challenging. The other thing I found was this really cool bracelet. Now I have really teeny tiny wrists, like silly tiny wrists. And so in order to find bracelets, it's actually really, really challenging to find bracelets that aren't like gonna go flying off my wrist or don't look like I have on a giant bangle. So this one I was really thrilled to find because it actually fits me really well. So I thought that was kind of cool because this also was kind of like, had a snakeskin vibe, but it's actually like seashell, if you can kind of see, like a seashell shape. So this one I thought was very cool. It's like vintage Monet brand. So I thought that was kind of fun. But yeah, I thought this was like a really cool addition to all my gold jewelry. So these ones, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be selling because I'm going to be wearing them. But if I accumulate any more, those will definitely go into my Etsy shop. Okay, I have a few more fashion items to show you, and then I'm gonna end with probably one of the coolest pieces that I picked up this week. So the first piece of clothing I'm gonna show you is this amazing denim jacket. So I don't always pick up denim jackets just because I feel like they are everywhere right now because they're really popular, but I couldn't pass this one up because, ta-da, it's vintage Gap. Now I apologize, it may be backwards on the screen, but anyways, it is vintage Gap, and you can tell based on like the tag, because it's that paper tag and that's their old logo. And then also you can tell based on the care tag and where the care tag is. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So when you're sourcing like vintage clothing, one of the ways you can tell is old is through the types of tags. And so like if you're familiar with the brand and you've grown up with the brand, you can kind of remember the evolution of the way that the tag looks and the logo looks, but also like the location of the the location of the care tag oftentimes now is actually, like, as you know, in the side, down lower in the shirt rather than up around the neck. They've kind of like just moved it. I'm not sure when they decided to do that, but if you think about it, most of the care tags are way down low by the waist. And so this one, being that it is, higher up where the label is, definitely you can tell that it's like a vintage piece. And then also where it's manufactured in. This is manufactured in Haiti, and they're not manufacturing there, as far as I'm aware, any longer. So this is a size extra small. However, it's a little bit still oversized. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it because denim jackets like this big kind of like drowned me out because I have kind of weenie shoulders. So it looks kind of silly, but I haven't like officially tried it on yet with a few like other pieces to know for sure. But if I don't keep it, this will probably either go in my Etsy shop or I may sell it on Poshmark because I actually used to sell clothes not that long ago. So so I may just pop it into my Etsy shop, or sorry, my Poshmark shop that I actually haven't used in a while. But yeah, this piece, the color is really great. It's like more of a vibrant blue. And then also the weight of this, it's really thick and structural, which is kind of nice. So it's gonna like be more boxy. So the next thing I picked up is definitely more of a modern piece, but I could not get over the colors on these leggings. So I'm sure if you're probably like me and you may have lived in leggings this year, and most of my leggings were not super fun, but this pair, I was like, this pair is really fun. So I definitely grabbed these. I'm sorry if you're hearing banging noises. My neighbor is getting the delivery now. I'm recording, people. Let's be quiet. Just kidding. They can do what they want. It is the weekend when I'm recording. But anyways, so these leggings are Nike leggings. So I live in the Pacific Northwest and I'm right near where Nike's headquarters is. So we actually get a lot of Nike stuff, really cool Nike stuff in our thrift store. So if Nike is your thing, the Pacific Northwest is definitely where you need to go thrifting because you'll find a lot of it. So these I actually wore yesterday. I decided to go on a little road trip with my family and decided to wear my fun new leggings. And I actually was stopped by several people saying that they really liked the color of my leggings. So I was like, success! So excited. It's always exciting when someone else like admires your fashion pickup. So I was excited to get these. And I don't know how old they are. They're a little bit more mid-rise, which makes me think they're probably a few years old. So I'm not sure if they're still available. So if you wanted to look for them, but you always search on Poshmark or eBay and you might be able to find them. So if you like them yourself. So the final fashion item is a handbag. So I actually am rocking the fanny pack thing right now. I just love it, especially as a mom, being like hands-free and also thrifting. I'm sorry, but I need two hands to thrift. So like having to like work around a handbag is just, no, not my thing. I definitely want to make sure that I have hands-free to be able to snag all the goodies. So this item I'm probably going to sell again in my old Poshmark closet that I had, I used to have a few years ago. But this is a handbag. It's Cole Haan. It's all leather with this gold hardware. It's really roomy. It kind of reminds me of the vintage Coach bags. They're really popular right now. But it has the nice handle at the top. and it has like the crossbody handle here, and then, you know, of course, like the chain detailing, and this really like awesome clasp. Now this is definitely like a newer piece based on the logo in the branding on the clasp, but I only got, this is what's crazy. I got this for $3.99. It's all leather. I was checking comps on Poshmark, and they sell for like $50 to $100 secondhand. So I was like so excited to pick this up. So I probably, like I said, going to sell this because I don't know if I really have a need for it because of the whole, like, I'm only wearing fanny packs right now. But it's going to be hard for me to sell because it is in absolute perfect condition. Like, I don't even know if anyone even wore this. So I'm really excited about this find. I don't always pick up purses, but when it's this cheap and this beautiful, I always have to get it. So the last piece that I have to show you is a home decor piece. It's a wall art piece. You saw this in the thrifting videos, and I just had to pick it up because I thought it was so cool and really on trend and really unique. So it is really big. It is this wood carved, actually I guess not carved, more like collaged, like, sorry, I'm not even sure what the term would be in terms of the way this is like constructed. A puzzle, that's what it is. It's like a puzzle. It's like a boho southwestern beautiful wood puzzle. So yeah, I thought this was very cool. The colors on it, actually they're a little like less vibrant in real life. Like right now it's coming across on the screen like really, really like warm tones, and it's a little less warm in person, but I thought this was very cool. I mean, the amount of like work and craftsmanship that was in this piece, and it's like nearly perfect. There's like a few like very minor dings around the edge that does not detract from the beauty of this piece. So I just thought this was very cool. It was, I definitely paid up for this piece. It was $20, but I think that I definitely have some room in terms of like a margin of what I could probably sell it for, because this piece being like brown and southwestern is not really, it doesn't really go with my decor. So I definitely am planning to sell it. So if this is your decor, this could come home with you. So yeah, I definitely thought it was really cool. It's very heavy, very solid. Oh yeah, I can show you how thick it is. It's just crazy. But yeah, I thought it was a beautiful, beautiful, like handmade piece. I just wish I actually had like each of these as like individual pots, like in my house. They're so pretty. So yeah, saw this on the wall and definitely was like, it was worth paying up for because it's very cool and special. So that's all I have to show you today. Thank you so much for watching. It was a really good thrifting week. However, I will say, there were some sad moments because there are a few items that I should have picked up that I didn't because I was being silly. I don't know if you're like this, if you're a thrifter and you see some cool stuff, you're like, should I pick it up? I don't know. And usually it's only a few dollars and you're like, after the fact, think, okay, why didn't I not pick that thing up for like $2? That was silly. It was $2. You could pick it up and then redonate it, even if it's $2 if you decide you don't want it. But I don't know, sometimes I just get silly like that. So there were a few pieces I did not pick up. In the store that I found that Cole Haan handbag in, there was also a very cool Rebecca Minkoff one that had like, it was like a woven tapestry. Don't know why I didn't pick it up. Did not pick it up. Then as I was leaving the parking lot, I was thinking, you know what, you're being silly. It's $3.99, you should go pick up that handbag. So went back into the store and some girl had already snagged it. So I was like, no. So that was one of my sad thrift losses this week. I also did not pick up these two cool chairs that I found and a few other items that I kind of regret. So my advice for you is learn from me. And if it's something that you're kind of on the fence about, maybe consider picking it up because you can always either redonate it or you can always take it back for store credit. So learn from me because there are a few things this week that I was just like, that was silly. I always love to hear from you guys, so let me know in the comments what you thought of this video, what you thought of the finds that I had this week. And also let me know if you'd like to see more fashion items and more jewelry items because I know I usually do home decor, but you know, I'm also picking up these items too. So if you want to see them and you want me to keep adding them into my haul videos, definitely let me know. So if you want to see more from me in between my YouTube videos, definitely follow me on Instagram. I just launched my account. It's at All Put Together. And I share decorating tips. I share sneak peeks of some of the items that I've scored at the thrift store before they make it into my YouTube haul videos. And then some other things in my life as a thrifter and interior stylist. So definitely follow me there. Thanks so much for watching today, and I can't wait to see you in my next thrifting and decorating video. Take care.